Art Basel Miami Beach is the most important art show in North America. It was started 39 years ago in Basel, Switzerland, and remains today as the most famous rendezvous for the international art world. Every year, art collectors, museum professionals, artists, curators, critics, and art enthusiasts fly in from all over the world to impact and support the art world financially and creatively.
I can't work when somebody goes in there. So because of the way things... My name is Katie. My role in the art world is that I am an art consultant, and we cover just what's happening in the modern art world. Well, the most important thing about, I think, an art market is that it's 75% image. What a collector tends to buy is what they're advised to buy, not necessarily what they have a visceral response with, which creates collections that, while they may be valuable for a moment, they may not have the long-term longevity. And just like, you wouldn't just buy any tech stock. You shouldn't just buy any art. You have to know, and the first thing is to love it. Generally, if you love it and you have an experience with a piece, you're going to love it for the rest of your life. If you don't have that love relationship, you're buying it simply for the cost, you're not going to see things as intensely later on. And you also probably won't have as much satisfaction at final resale. The Ferengi recognize 5 different levels of acquisition. It starts with obsession, then there's the intensity towards acquisition, and there's finally disillusionment and resale. And we, like Ferengi, have that same problem.
My name is Peter Anderson, Sweden. I've been interested in art since always, more or less. And mainly in paintings, sculptures, and then finally also in digital media-based art, as DVDs and videos. I got my DVD and I left the gallery. And then I started to ask questions. What had I bought? $10,000 for a little DVD. I didn't know my rights or the obligations that I had. How could I prove that this was really the original? I like very much the way that Natalie Djurberg worked and made her video art, because that's the whole history before seeing the end result. The reason why I would be interested in other artists too is the same reason. The way they think, the way they do the work before you actually see the final result. And I bought art because I like it, and of course you think that you don't want to pay too much, and if you also can find something interesting that you think will increase in value, it's also a good thing.
Okay, this is a perfect example. Here we've got a great key pairing. Let's find out what the price point is on that. I am going to just sneak over there and act like I'm an interested buyer. Oh, geez. Thank you. But let's find out what that goes for. Can you tell me about this key pairing?
It's one of these found panels.
Sure. And how much are you asking?
We're asking $190,000.
So about $190. Mm-hmm. Oh, fantastic. Perfect.
Collectors and dealers have warned for years that too much modern and contemporary art was being bought and sold with prices that were too rich. But a natural weeding out of the market may well be underway.
My name is Jamie Price. I'm involved in the art world primarily through UBS. We've been a major sponsor of Art Basel. And art is, particularly modern art, is such an individualistic expression of someone's views on art. It's not too dissimilar, quite frankly, of what we try to do in our daily lives at work. It's a really good metaphor for us, and it's interesting. It's kind of in the eye of the beholder. It's what makes markets globally around asset classes, and it's no different in the art world. You are seeing much more interest in nouveau art, new artists. We have particularly watched when Asia and Latin America artists spring up, and we've seen a lot of interest in kind of non-traditional places where art has not traditionally sprung up from. And so I notice at the fairs here, you'll see more interesting pieces from Asia, from Latin America, much more than 5 years ago, where the pieces tended to be a little bit more contemporary and known artists.